Hey everybody, welcome back to part 2 of episode 3 of Mike's Monthly Review. We are now going into, from what I said in the last part of April 18th,
last 2 weeks,
April
2 weeks
releases, and we're going to start with X Factor issue number 234. This issue was really good. The storyline's actually picking up in X Factor.
Is that She-Hulk? No, it's not She-Hulk.
No, that's not She-Hulk. That's
looked like her from.
Forgot what her name was. I'm not good with names, but so basically they're just finding out where what's his name was, the one that transforms Jamie Madrox or Madrox. They want to know where he's been throughout all these years and stuff like that, because he's been gone for so long. And like this guy right here, I forgot his name. Havoc was actually saying that he was leader, who was leading the team.
I thought Havoc was the leader of X Factor.
He was, but as he was gone, he was being more of like a leader.
Oh.
Because Jamie was also one of them. So Monette actually comes in and she attacks Jamie, and Monarch thinks that Jamie's behind this whole thing, and they have a little talk on the grandest building, which is the Empire State Building, which I thought was really...
I'm just glad that X-Men are back in New York. Maybe after the whole Avengers vs. X-Men thing, Cyclops will go back to the Jean Grey. Maybe they'll kill Cyclops and Wolverine will take over the X-Men.
Yep.
Or maybe Cyclops will go away for a while and get his head out of his ass.
That too. So there are two people who are filming in the city, and somebody attacks them. We don't know who it is because it was a real blackout, and it has to deal with the villains that appeared in the beginning of the story, or maybe the beginning of the story, because we don't know who did it. But I have a feeling it has to be that. So they're trying to. So they find out what happened, and he shows them this stitch right here that happened a couple of X Factors back, which I'm not too quite sure if I read about it.
I don't think so.
I think it was
before, yeah.
Yeah, because I got into it when Doctor Strange was around and the question mark thingamajigger.
Yeah, you got into it when Wolverine took over the team, that's why.
Yeah, that's when it was. And so we end it... Oh, well, as a spoiler, I guess, didn't see that last page panel. Yeah. The villains did. I forgot what their names were. It's really, I'm really sorry, guys. There's just a lot of comic books and
you've
college
been sick
work
and busy
and allergies. I'm already getting over allergies. That's why I'm coughing a bit. But they want to just destroy all mutants at all costs. I mean, what villain doesn't? You know, we've seen it in some Marvel. And I don't know not so much about DC comic books, really.
Forget about it.
Well, forget about
as
them,
I
exactly.
said, when it comes to DC Comics and me, I don't see DC lasting much longer in any of my reviews.
But like I said, guys, the storyline's really picking up. I will definitely come back for the next issue, and I'm really enjoying it. X Factor is a great read for Marvel. Okay, continuing Ends of the Earth, The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 684. So, in the beginning, Doc Ock and Spider-Man have an encounter with each other, and he disappears away from Doc Ock. Quicksilver, that's her name, actually came in and saved him from before being killed, and all that other stuff happened. So they take in the Avengers, who they destroyed, and they're trying to figure out a plan, Spider-Man and Quicksilver, of how to attack the Sinister Six and how they are going to win over them. So Doc Ock says that he wants to do great honor of ending global warming and saving the world, because Al Gore and him, you know, Al Gore is about global warming, and Doc Ock, he's saying, I'm not evil, I want to help the world be a safe place. And for a villain to say that, I'm not too sure if I trust him so much. I want to get a fight scene that was good as artwork right here, which was good. So they fight against Sandman, and with the help of Quicksilver and the sidekick, what's her name that worked with Quicksilver?
Silver Sable.
Silver Sable, was it?
It's Silver Sable and Black Widow.
I called it Quicksilver.
Oh no, Silver.
Silver
Quicksilver is Magneto's son.
Oh.
The one that races really quickly.
I don't know, guys, but so they fight against Sandman, and they win because Spider-Man. See, this is what I like about Spider-Man. He always has something up his sleeve, and he always knows how to defeat a villain before even doing it, and that right there was amazing. And how they did it was that the Sandman's daughter's head appears, and he doesn't want to attack because of that, and it's to be continued in the next issue. And Doc Ock is saying the global menace is called Spider-Man that we must hunt down. So he wants to end global warming. He wants to end global warming, but also to hunt down the menace Spider-Man, because he wants everyone to think that he's behind all this. So not looking good for Spidey, but Ends of the Earth, really enjoying it. The 2 issues that I've reviewed already, and I'll be coming back for the next issue to see what happens to the Sinister Six and others to come about. Alright, next up is the Punisher, continuing the Omega Effect, Punisher issue number 10. Now, in this issue, it's more of Daredevil talking to Rachel. They have a one-on-one conversation where he's telling Rachel that don't be like Frank Castle because you're better than that. You know, I know that this whole marriage thing that you went through where people came in and killed you, but you're not like that. And if you find your heart, you should be like one of the good people and not like Frank Castle. I still hate that bandage, guys. I mean, that bandage is really starting to annoy me a lot. I mean, I've tried to grow used to it, but no. And Rachel has the Punisher skull also, because she's a sidekick. So long story short, they're fighting against the ninjas still, and they're trying to protect the Omega at all times, so that way the ninjas don't capture it. And so as they're fighting, in the end of the panel, we see that Rachel pushed Daredevil to the ninjas.
She shot him actually in the head with a rubber bullet.
And then that happened. And that's to be continued in the next Omega, which I will get to in a few moments. Seeing Rachel do that was really, like, wow. But
I got pissed when I read that.
I know. I remember Buzz saying, "That girl, Mike, you know, that sidekick's."
You know, I normally don't pay attention to when you review Punisher, but I remember you talking about the girl, and I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, Rachel.
You know, sidekick, whatever. Who cares? But then when she did that, I'm like, okay, I don't even know this girl really much, but I hate her guts.
Mm. Alright, so now we're going into Avengers vs. X-Men. I'm with Avengers Round 2.
Yes, I didn't make the mistake of buying both this time.
Things get a lot heated up in this comic book. The
Basically,
Avengers...
I already reviewed that. It's a full-out strike.
Yeah,
it's a full-out
just... I mean, you can look at my brother's comic book reviews if you want a full review.
What I don't understand is why the Green Hulk is on the cover. The Hulk isn't even around.
You know, seeing the Green Hulk going up against Emma Frost, I was really looking forward to seeing that, guys, but...
No, it was the Red Hulk, and the Red Hulk went against Colossus.
Just use it as a football, you know? Just use it as that. But anyway, so yeah, the Avengers and the X-Men fight against one another, and Cyclops and Captain America is telling Cyclops, we need to take her in, she's bad. And
she's not bad, she's in danger.
like in a danger way. And we're going to take her by force if you don't listen. And Cyclops said, I'd like to see you try. And this one really made me smile. Just this panel right here, we just whacked him in the face with that shield. You know, he just said, you know, I was going to take things easy with you, but you just leave me no choice and you're making it hard. And you got to tell your men right now to stand down. Because he never wanted this, because Cyclops started everything. So, Hope gets a lot stronger when Wolverine and Spider-Man meet up with her. And in the last issue, the Source says today is as good as day to die because they are all going to see what is happening with the Phoenix.
That was actually in Secret Avengers, so I don't know if they're gonna.
Yeah.
They might put it in again because they might want people to read about it, but I highly doubt there's gonna be a lot of that in the
Avengers and versus X-Men.
Yeah, I think they're gonna.
But it's good though. I mean, I have to say, one-on-one matchups with everybody, with X-Men and Avengers, was a really great fight scene. It skipped my mind for some reason. And just seeing Hope going through this, Cyclops just should have gave her in, and none of this would have happened. Okay, now we're going into April 25th, starting with Justice League Dark, Issue 8, Rise of the Vampires Part 3. The reason why it's Part 3, guys, is because I didn't get iVampire. I saw the comments saying try iVampire. Guys, my opinion, I've read one issue of iVampire a long time ago, and I didn't like it. I know
yeah, it was way back when somebody else was reviewing it.
I respect your suggestions, but respect my opinion that I do not like iVampire, and even though it's going to jump from point to point of me not knowing what's going on like it has in this issue, which I understood what happened in this issue,
that's another thing that's pissing me off with DC. They're doing a lot of crossovers between books to get people to buy certain other books, and that's what's pissing me off also. I think they're doing something with Green Lantern, New Guardians, and Blue Beetle, and they're doing something with Superman, crossing over to other super titles very soon, and now all the Batman titles are interlocking with each other. I don't like the fact that they're doing that. It's starting to piss me off. Oh, and Dead Man. Resurrection Man and Suicide Squad are coming together. Sorry, I'm just remembering all this.
I know, but
it's
I
disgusting.
just have to
get through it because it's already 11 minutes.
Alright, but John Constantine and Dead Man talked to Andrew saying to help fight against the vampires, and he refuses. So remember, guys, remember the name of Andrew that appeared. But Batman makes a short appearance. The vest of what's his name? Come on, what's his name? Shade. He loses the power of the vest because he no longer has control over it, and he says that he can't do this anymore, and he meets with his girlfriend on the other side of the planet, or known as heaven, I guess, if that's what they're assuming that's what it's called. And he walks away saying that the team, I don't think, no longer needs me because he's with his girlfriend. So Zatanna is telling the team that we must win this because you're going to hate me even more if we don't. Like, if they win or lose, it's going to be blamed on her because based on the last issue of Justice League Dark, she made a thing to them of how they're going to be hated. So as they transport to the other world from, like this happened right here, Kane the vampire followed them, and it's 3 against all of them, but as the issue ended, now remember I said Andrew, guys, and this is a spoiler, and for you, those who have got this probably already read it, Andrew joins the fight against the vampires. And I thought that scene, the artwork is good, by the way. So with that, I'm going to keep going, guys, but just respect my opinions. I don't like iVampire. If you guys do, that's fine. I just don't. End of story. So, but thanks for the suggestions, though. Okay, continue on. X-Men Legacy, issue number 265. In this issue, as we saw from last time, the bomb is planted in 3 people. Archangel, the guy named Michael, and Rogue. Because they wanted to save his power, or to save him from exploding from the bomb, I should say. So scratch the first one I said. So Beast is trying to find ways to make it safe, so that way they don't have the bomb planted in all of them anymore. So here's some good artwork right here. And Gambit's in it as well, and he's concerned about Rogue because he has a love for Rogue. And we've known that through the X-Men series. So as time kept going, Beast found a way to get the bomb away from all three of them, but for Michael, it did not work out that well, and Archangel did not like where he actually told him to kill him because the bomb was still planted in him, and he didn't want to because they have worked together for so many years, and to see that happen was kind of sad for him, and I felt bad for the character. And it ends with this. There's no to be continued, but I have a feeling there's going to be another X-Men Legacy.
They don't always say to be continued. They just keep going.
Yeah. But really great issue, guys. A heartfelt issue between the two superheroes that have worked together since day one, and all that. Really great. I'm enjoying X-Men Legacy as well. Alright, the Avengers versus the X-Men 106. Like my brother says, do you have to get this to...
It's the Versus series.
Yes.
Avengers versus X-Men Versus.
But do you have to get for Avengers versus X-Men? No, you don't. This is just a, like Chris said, a Versus series. So in this comic book, it's just saying all the fun facts and Avengers
There was
versus...
two straight-up fights.
Yeah, there was Iron Man versus Magneto, I believe. And The Thing versus... Namor. And as a spoiler, the Avengers win both rounds. The Thing wins, and Iron Man wins.
Well, the Thing kind of wins because Namor breaks out.
Well, yeah, he breaks out, but it's known to win. I'm just going to show an offer.
You know, it's funny. They say this isn't needed, but I was looking up on Amazon the books that are coming out at the end of the year, and they mentioned Avengers vs. X-Men, and it's amazing. Avengers vs. X-Men 1 through 12, Versus 1 through 6, the Point 1, and the Infinite comics printed out. I found that funny.
Yeah, and they have the little winner thing on the side.
Yeah, I didn't really want to give away the winners.
I thought the fun facts, like you said, you were annoyed. I thought it was pretty funny.
Oh, I thought it was funny. I just said every 2 seconds I had to go back and read it.
Yeah, but I thought that was a little.
I mean, and it was like duh. They were Avengers. I mean, give something funny at least.
Yeah, but like I said, it's just two Avengers and the X-Men team going up against each other, but the Avengers win. It's good though to get, unless you want to know fun facts and all the other stuff, and the artwork is...
It's alright. It's not a series you need. If you're going to wait for the book, wait for the book.
Alright, and we're going to conclude the final comic book, ending the Omega. Here comes Daredevil, the Man Without Fear, issue number 11.
Tell me Daredevil isn't good.
Well, Daredevil, I have to admit, guys, Daredevil, he just was fighting like really amazing, and him and Rachel still have that talk one-on-one again, and then Rachel thinks that, oh, killing is what gives me strength, and then Daredevil gets mad with her after a while, saying, don't ever say that, because I'm here to help you. See, he wants to help
most of this.
Yeah. But as far as the ending goes, well, Rachel got so-called shot by something, or by the ninjas, I should say.
But Frank knew she didn't die.
Yeah, and she disappeared, and so did Frank, and everybody else. I really hope in the next Punisher issue, guys, I really hope the bandage comes off.
It is at some point, because he's going to be in the Incredible Hulk. I'm buying the Incredible Hulk for you. That's right, guys. Mike's getting Incredible Hulk, and that's it. Then I'm probably going to drop the series completely. When you see the artwork, you'll know why.
Yeah, and then it ends up with this. The Omega has been saved and will be kept with Daredevil. And if you want to see a full review, just go on my brother's site of the comic book reviews that he reviews.
I'm going to have to re-review that book and all the books from this week on Dark Avengers C86. I'm going to do
some but the Omega series, guys, was really excellent, along with Avengers vs. X-Men. Two big events that happened in this month of April 2012. You really should check it out, and let's wrap it up for my monthly review of April 2012. Daredevil number 11, including the Omega series. Yeah, 11. You should get this. If you didn't get the other two of Spider-Man, Punisher, you really should to understand the story. The Avengers versus the X-Men 1 of 6.
Versus 1 of 6.
Versus 1 of 6. You don't really need it for Avengers vs. X-Men, but if you want for a great read and have fun with it, go right ahead. X-Men Legacy number 265 was a really great story. Heartfelt emotion against superheroes, and I can't wait to come out for the next issue. Justice League Dark, please stop with the iVampires. And I am not going to get iVampire series, but all in all, it's still a great read, and I can't wait to see what Andrew does to the vampires. If it happens in this comic book or iVampires, we'll see how it goes as months go by. Avengers vs. X-Men, I'm with the Avengers round 2. It was a great fight against Avengers vs. X-Men, and Cyclops got the shield knocked into him, and they go after the Phoenix, and we'll see what happens. The Punisher number 10, second part of the Omega series, which is really great, and storyline was awesome. Can't wait to see what happens in the next Punisher. The Amazing Spider-Man 684, Ends of the Earth. Great battle between Spider-Man and Sandman, but with Doc Ock and Spider-Man being known as a menace, who knows what's going to happen next. X-Factor number 234, the story is really picking up, and I'm definitely enjoying this, and we'll come back for the next issue. Carnage USA concluding 5 of 5 was a really great series. If you guys haven't picked up 1 through 5, either get a trade paperback or just read this last issue. And Flash Thompson, good Venom, but Eddie Brock's still number 1 in my category. Beginning the Omega Effect of Avenging Spider-Man number 6 was really great. Seeing all 3 heroes, or anti-heroes, so to say, but 3 people working together to keep the Omega safe. Avengers vs. X-Men, I'm with the Avengers, not the X-Men. Was a great way to start off Avengers vs. X-Men, and I can't wait to read more issues as we go further. The sad concluding end of Hawk and Dove number 8. Why DC? I don't know why.
It's DC.
But it's DC, but the books you replaced it with, not getting it. So
I'm only getting 3 myself, and I'm probably dropping
it. Yeah, I'm not going to review it. But I'm going to miss you, Hawk and Dove. For people who did this, thank you. For the people who have made this series awesome. And Hawk and Dove, you will be missed very much. Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 683, Ends of the Earth, of Avengers vs. Sinister Six, was a great fight scene. And last, to conclude, Green Arrow number 8, hate the artwork, but one of the triplets working with Green Arrow, let's see how it works. And let's hope Emerson doesn't take Oliver Queen's job away, even though I don't like Emerson from the beginning. And that, guys, concludes it. Hopefully I reviewed it more in depth, but like I said, you can go more into Chris's site of comic book reviews. Please check out my brother's site of Dark Avenger C86, and also the new site, which is Dark Avenger Inc. Favorite videos, and comment below of what you think about my monthly review. I will be back on the panel. I know I said in this
well, it's not really a
May.
panel, it's me and you.
Yeah, but I'm going to try and come back close to June, because I have files I have to take, and I'll do monthly reviews of May, and then after that, then I will do them again when it comes back. But please, guys, comment below and check out the channels and all
favorite and subscribe.
Favorite and subscribe all these comic books that I've read.
Not the comics. Favorite and subscribe to the channel.
Well, yeah, and the channel, but check out the comic books as well.
Yeah, of course.
All right, and this was episode 3 of Mike's monthly review.
3 or 4, obviously.
Well, 3 or 4 of all the issues that came out of April 2012.
Hey, Mike, how's it feel to be a miniseries?
Well, it's an honor though, and it's great that I get to review comic books that came out monthly. And yeah, Black My Brother says keep reading, and I'll see you guys next month in May for another Mike's monthly review. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Later, everybody.